Collective, welcome back. Happy Memorial Weekend. I hope your weekend is going good, great, fantastic. And you guys are maybe enjoying some beach weather or, taking some time out for a cookout with your family, with your friends, and all of that. So, welcome back. So, we're doing Sunday vibes today. Let's see what's going on in Love Collective. What's going on out there? I know I've been MIA for a couple days. Just taking care of a few things and, just being me, going with the flow here. And doing some healing and stuff. Alright. Let's see what we got here. For the collective spirit, what is going on in love? Let's see. Make the choice. Take the... excuse me. I don't know why. Take the what? I guess I was like trying to say take the reins of your life. But it says make the choice that empowers you. Alright, so some of you, the butterfly to me symbolizes that awakened state, that transition from caterpillar to butterfly. So you're making a choice that empowers you, makes you a better you, connects you to a higher power, a higher self. Okay, I'm also getting transcendence with that. Okay. Transcendence is not about perfection. Often people think it's about reaching a perfect state. There's no such thing as perfect, right? So, but it is about transcending into a higher self, into a better version of who you were. Okay, so whatever that is for you. And of course, this makes you stand out in a way because your higher self is going to naturally, in an ascended state, want to attract better for your life, in love, in friendships, in situations in life. You're no longer going to be, it's no longer going to settle for what the lower self settled for. So it could trigger people in a way where they feel like you think too highly of yourself, or like they just have no purpose or meaning in your life anymore. It's hard to understand for a lot of people, hard to accept, hard to see you in a different light. And it's hard for them to accept because they've gotten so used to this other version of you. And a lot of you have, you haven't seen a lot of people in a long time because you were going through a transition, this very thing, an awakening. Okay, it's a spiritual awakening. Transcending your old self, transcending your own shadow, and creating balance, and essentially even moving past polarity, because you're in duality, because you're more connected, right? It's like the Trinity. The divine feminine and the divine masculine is connecting to the source. So that Christ consciousness, that higher self. So you transcend, you surpass polarity, duality. Okay, so naturally, of course, your spirit is going to want to attract into its life people and a specific love that connects to that. So that raises the bar. When you awaken, it naturally just raises the bar. And even if you were selective before, but you connected with lower vibrations because you yourself were in a lower vibration, and even if you always wanted to connect with people more on an emotional level, and you ended up with people that just didn't match that, but something about them made you feel like maybe this will work out because of the way you were feeling towards them, now you're actually going to see people for who they really are, and your spirit is you're in tune with your spirit. So you're allowing your spirit to guide more than your mind would or your heart alone would. It's working in unison with your heart space, because you would have to open your heart chakra, your heart space, in order to be ascended. That comes from the healing aspect. So your heart and consciousness and your mind are all working in unison. And I said all that because this is going to weed out what doesn't serve you when it comes to love. Okay? So you're making choices that empower you, not make you feel less than. So this is in all forms. So if people don't empower you, they don't bring something positive into your life, it's just toxicity or trauma bonding or stuff like that, it's no longer for you. You're not interested in that, because you know that vibrationally it could be and emotionally draining, mentally, emotionally draining for you. So spend some time exactly on self-care, and that's exactly what you did. You did a lot of self-reflection. You did a lot of understanding of who you are. Um, you know, Loving yourself, having self-worth, and understanding yourself better, so that you know what you bring to the table now, as this glow up you went through has been taking place. The glow up isn't just the physical thing. It's part of what's already happening inside, and it projects itself outwardly in a beautiful way. It's like a flower just blossomed. You're no longer the bud. You are a full blown rose out here, and it's all beauty. But you got thorns, all right? And this is whether you're male or female. Yeah, listen to your inner music. So what's your inner music telling you now? I'm hearing harmony. You want harmony. You want balance. You want peace. You want to fill your world with everything that your spirit always wanted to be surrounded with, not just the mind or the ego. So it makes sense. You no longer have fear about, what people say, societal standards. You're really honing in on what you want as a spiritual being. Only in the darkness can we see the stars. Exactly. So there you go. And you understood that you are stardust. You are part of the universe. Everything that is. You are the universe encapsulated in human form. You are part of all that is. And, you are like a brain cell of Christ, of Source itself, manifested into this reality. It's kind of like that. So you really are, everything is conscious, so everything is a part of Source. It's created and manifested by Source. So you are part of Source. Nothing is separate. Everyone is a part of Source. Allow yourself to connect with what you are passionate about. All right? So whatever you're passionate about, connect with that, manifest that. And we are talking about love, so of course, there could be someone you're interested in, or there's a particular type of person you would like to meet. Okay, so let's get into that. You could have a crush. Some of you could be, on the twin flame journey, wondering if your twin will ever ascend and you guys come into union. Some will, some won't. That just has to do with free will. Okay. So some of you are meeting high-level soulmates, which are, also ascended spiritual connections here. divine feminines, divine masculines, whether they're twins or high-level soulmates in your life this lifetime. So that's what I'm picking up here, because somebody here definitely has done the inner work. One more shuffle. And this could weigh heavy on certain people in your lives, because you're transcending that shadow, that energy in which they sit in now, because you've transcended your own shadow, right? So if they're still in their shadow, you become the ghost, right? The one that got away. You become someone that they can no longer coexist with. So for some people, they may take that quite hard, but it's because they just did not do the work. And their journey in your life and your journey in their life is pretty much done. And if we're talking about union with a twin, you know that in order for that person to coexist with you, again, they have to match this energy. That's just how it is, in order for you guys to have true union. Ace of Wands. Yes. Okay. That's like the rising of the phoenix, the spark, the new you, ready for a whole new perspective and experience here. Okay. The flame, ignited flame. Six of Pentacles, reciprocity. Okay. And it says spend some time on oneself. So some of you stopped giving your time, your energy to a lot of people here. All right. But you will be giving and receiving with new situations that arise in your life, new connections. Okay. Some of you may even find your soul tribe, you know, one by one, slowly but surely. Listen to your heart. Listen to your inner music. Yeah, the Ace of Swords. What is the truth being spoken to you by your inner truth, your inner music? All right, some of you definitely get downloads. You know that I'm always getting downloads with music. So some of you experience that as well. Don't ignore it. If you're at a store and your ear starts tuning into the song that's playing, that's a message. Okay. If you're in the car and let's say you were singing something, and as soon as you go in the car and you turn it on, it's the same song you were just singing, that's a sign of synchronicity. Pay attention, listen to the words. It could be telling you about someone walking into your life, someone that you left, how they're feeling, or your state of being at that particular moment and what you're looking for. Okay, music can tell you so much. And only in the darkness, yeah, can we see the stars. The Two of Swords, exactly. This is when we go within before we make any new or further choices and decisions on anything else. We had to see something that we weren't clear on before. And you see how the mind and the spirit meet right there? That was when you came together. Where your crown chakra was closed, now it's opened with the Ace of Swords. So beautiful. The Death card, yeah, Rising of the Phoenix, Transcendence with the Ace of Wands and the Death card. Scorpio vibes, very transformative energy here. Some of you could be seeing dragonflies, spiders, snakes, moths, daisies, Four of Swords. Yeah, you definitely took some time on self-care. You gave to yourself. Instead of giving to everyone else, you started giving to yourself. I feel like you guys are givers. You give a lot of time and energy to others, and you were very depleted as well. Ace of Swords with strength, yes. Building strength and confidence through listening to your inner truth. your inner music, your inner guidance and downloads. You saw your true power here through this enlightenment. You saw source, crown chakra, with the lion. I always associate the lion with source. He's courageous. He's the king of the jungle. King, queen, he's not a he, obviously, but, for explanation purposes, you know what I'm saying. You saw it. You saw the inner God. Because he's a reflection of you. You're a reflection of him. He mirrors your higher self. Crown chakra, you found it. You listened. Okay, some of you had actual messages come from source. Okay, and the only way to connect to source truly and hear his voice is through Christ consciousness, through awakening. Okay, he can come to you in a dream when you're not awakened, but for you to understand and see everything in this particular way that you're seeing here, yeah, you understood something that you didn't understand before, and it was mind-blowing. Okay, you listened to the inner music. So you got some sort of message from the Most High here. Somebody did. 3 swords, yeah. You were healing. Okay. Yeah, swords have to do with the mind. And there was something, this is trauma, basically. Trauma lives in the mind as a memory, as an experience, and as something, traumatic, right? It caused you a lot of pain in your heart space. And that's where you had to open and heal. So you, like I said, in order to have this ascension, your heart must be awakened, open. And then it's like your chakras. You went from your root chakra to all your other outward chakras, because we don't just have 7. We have other chakras that surround us. And all the way to the heart and to the crown, through the crown. So you unlocked, you activated your chakras till you reached your higher self. I mean, that is clearly what I'm seeing here. So the form of healing, taking your power back, self-care, self-reflection, transformation, death and rebirth, transcendence, rising of the phoenix energy. That's pretty beautiful. And there's the Emperor, bottom of the deck. So if this is what you went through, that you want someone that to understand and be on that level with you, then there is an Emperor here, unless this is you, okay, that went through this. And if it's this, we are talking about love, but even if you're a feminine or a masculine, a male or female, you healed that masculine aspect. Okay, you broke through the ego and through self-limiting beliefs. You understood who you are, right? The Emperor has an empire. The Emperor is in control of what he wants his life, his empire to look like. Okay, and if there's shady business going on, then the Emperor has to take action on that and eliminate it from his palace. Okay, so beautiful. Aries is the warrior, and is the child of the zodiac wheel. So you could say you are connecting with your inner child in a very balanced and strong manner. Okay, strength with the Emperor here, that's beautiful. So this is a masculine energy that is definitely in their power. Beautiful. Male or female? What's behind that? 7 of Cups. Yeah. Breaking past illusions. from anything else that was standing in the way. Coming into a soul contract. So somewhere between here, there is a soul contract. But someone had to get past this confusion. So this, I feel, is 7 of Cups in reverse, no longer confused. Ready to collaborate. Clearing out karma or anybody that brings illusions into their life to build the proper empire. Yeah, what did I say? They had, if anything is shady, he has to eliminate whatever that is. Whatever is causing confusion or some sort of illusion within his empire, his palace, he must eliminate. And collaborate with the right person, the right people that help build this empire. 10 of Pentacles. Excuse me. And doing what's fair and just. Living by justice, yes. Okay? That is a beautiful thing. Knight of Cups. And then, so somebody's getting their empire right. Okay? Any family members that were creating illusions, any friendships, any co-workers, whatever this was, any kind of association that they had to other people, or even their own mental confusion, is being eliminated to align with the truth. Okay? And there's the balance. Justice, you usually have a feather and a heart. Your heart must weigh as light as a feather, which is balanced with the feather, right? In order to be able to move forward and pursue the right partner here. So his empire is set right now, and now he's on a quest for real love. Okay, the Emperor with the Knight of Cups, yeah, and the 7 of Cups, this is a dreamer. This is someone that fantasizes about finding the one. But now they're in their strength and power, so they're no longer going to be, confused or in an illusion. They're going to find the right thing. Exactly. 2 of Cups. Knight of Cups, 2 of Cups. That's what they're searching for. And the Knight of Pentacles. They're going to take it slow, one day at a time. They're going to plant the seed here, water it, and see what grows from it between you and them. Yeah, exactly. The Star. This is indeed wish fulfillment. And this is a star seed. Okay? You both are. So, Ace of Cups. I mean, come on. The cup runneth over. Water in this seed, indeed. Finding the right match. This is beautiful. I love it. King of Cups in love. Plenty of love to give. The High Priestess. Wish fulfillment. So this, yeah, the world. Wow. Yeah. This person feels connected to a High Priestess. It is his wish fulfillment, and he is her wish fulfillment, is what I see here. So she intuits. It's almost like she creates the reality, and that reality found her, because the feminine is the creator, right? And the divine feminine found, by tapping in, it's like a manifestation, okay? Holding a vision of what she wanted. Somewhere in this God's green earth, she knew that there was somebody here for her. And this person was, Spirit was working on so that they raise their vibration in this way to align with this High Priestess. It's like a spirit calling to the other spirit with the 2 of Cups here. I hope this is making sense. I know this is very, these types of readings are for specific people. Star seeds, obviously. I get I do a lot of readings for star seeds because, That's just how it is here. You know, I've been through this type of ascension myself, so you know, I wouldn't be able to talk about it if I haven't, right? It wouldn't make sense to me to speak on it. There you go. Divine Feminine. You're going to receive a message soon. But, you know, some people, as soon as you say you're a starseed, oh, starseed, don't need to say they're a starseed. It's not something I'm trying to brag about. I'm just trying to explain. Alright. Alright, let's see here. One more shuffle. Comforting. Yeah. After this ascension, whatever transpires here with this new person is going to be comforting. Okay? It's going to feel good. Drama free. Okay, the last thing somebody that has ascended wants is fucking drama. That's for sure. And which karmics bring a lot of. You definitely don't want no karmic. We have success. Yeah. So success with this whole awakening and self-reflecting and healing here. Distorted masculine. Understanding his truth. Listening to their inner music. Okay. Pregnancy. Only in the darkness can we see the stars. Some of you could have lost a child here, and that could have been very heartbreaking for you. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. Some of you, you were pregnant while you were hurt by someone here. Okay. And for some of you, this masculine understood something that happened within a connection here. If there was a karmic that was pregnant here, what was their intuition would listen to your inner music, was telling them the truth about somebody here. Okay, so I'm also seeing that. Somebody they could have been in the comfort zone with and was focused on just success, you know, finances, material gains, but somebody finally took some time to self-reflect here. I'm also seeing that this masculine was in a distorted energy, and now they're seeing their truth. Okay? They're getting real with themselves. Alright, so I'm seeing a few different things here. So only take what resonates, leave the rest. Yeah, enamored. With comforting. A new beginning here. Somebody could be enamored by your transition also. Your transformation. Seeing you for who you really are to them. Okay, we have a spiritual connection here. Two of Cups. Anger. Yeah, somebody might have been getting, because they were too focused on work, material gain. You know, they could have been very stressed out and had some anger. Okay, also what I'm seeing is there was a karmic in someone's life that somebody was giving a lot of time to and was working hard for. And they had to take time away from that person. They had to cut that person out, is what I'm getting as well. It was like whatever they were experiencing was bringing out the worst in this person, is what I'm getting. So I feel like they're reflecting on all of this with the Four of Swords. Great news. And I feel the great news is that this distorted masculine is finally awakening. Okay? They're finally seeing themselves for who they are. So they could be the one that got a message from the Most High. Okay? And we have visitation. Only in the darkness can we see the stars. So I feel like whoever's pregnant here is somebody that was in their shadow. It's a karmic. But there was a third party. Somebody might have been in denial. They may not want it to have seen that, but they got the truth, and it was very heartbreaking. Okay, so something they found out there. We have celebration and crossing paths and watching you on social media. And we have a catfish here. So there's definitely a karmic that could be watching this masculine. If they know about you, they could be watching you. When you guys cross paths together, this karmic could be waiting to see when you guys are going to be crossing paths together, and they're constantly watching this person's social media. Okay, is also what I'm getting, but I'm also getting that this masculine is watching the feminine here as well. We had divine feminine here, so, and crossing paths. Unexpected blessings and protective. Someone's going to be very protective over you. You are a blessing here. Somebody's sad. Astral connection. There is an astral connection to this person. They are going through something. Okay, there's still pain here over a pregnancy here. Look, we have dancing, good advice, and somebody got caught up. So somebody must have went dancing, and while somebody was, they could be talking to somebody else about what happened here. Okay, and whoever they're talking to is giving them good advice that they need to move on from whoever this is, and that's exactly what they did. As painful as it was, I feel like with pregnancy and the Three of Swords, somebody had to follow their intuition, and they got the truth somehow on that pregnancy. Yeah, and they started loving themselves. Well, that person was still, going out doing their thing, and they are now completely unbothered. Okay, and we have gift with the lovers. Somebody sees you as a gift. This is a gift for you. Okay, there could have been a masculine, flip it how it resonates for you. There could have been a masculine that got someone else pregnant, and that's what somebody needed to see here. So take it how it resonates. But there definitely was a karmic in the mix that was, with someone else behind this person's back. Okay. Travel, romance. Clarify this anger. The Eight of Cups. Yeah, they had to walk away from work. Eight of Pentacles. Something about work pissed this person off. Something that happened there. It could have just had them stressed, and they were like, I'm done with this. So they had to walk away from something that had to do with work. Maybe they were taking too much of their time. Not, you know how it is when you work for corporate America. Sometimes it's just not worth it, and you gotta find. And this will definitely challenge your life. Okay, this whole awakening. This is like the dark night of the soul over here that somebody went through, and the Ace of Wands with the Death card, the enamored and comforting is like, in the butterfly, it's like, wow. You can breathe again and breathe new light, new life, and happiness now into your life. So somebody here, I feel, already got past like some serious darkness, okay? And some issues they were feeling internally. But going through this ascension and transformation, sometimes you're most of the time your job also goes with it because it's outdated. You know, unless you were in your purpose doing something you really loved before the ascension and it's within alignment, which is rare. Usually that comes after the ascension. So many different new opportunities will start to come into play, and a lot of people will become entrepreneurs as well, okay? Or at least work for a company that is more in line with, or, you know, go into a career that is more in line with their higher self. North Node energy instead of South Node. Alright, do we want to elaborate on the Eight of Cups? Let's see. The Nine of Cups. Yeah. I feel like somebody understood they needed to let go of something in order to attain wish fulfillment. True wish fulfillment. And that's hard too. Okay? It's hard to... It's like we hang on because that was our safety net, right? That was, you know, that was what was paying the bills and, you know, putting food on the table. And it's hard to let go of that because into the unknown. But once you do, you release that control. Look at that, Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment. It shows up, but you got to have faith that the Most High is guiding you to a better place. And that's exactly what's happening here. We did have Three of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles with the Emperor. They're aligning to their purpose with someone they have a soul contract with, meaning you both have a purpose. So you will not be without with that Ten of Pentacles. That's the Most High right there telling you, hey, this is the right path. You're doing the right thing. But now that they're ascended, they can see that. Before, they couldn't see clear. Now they can see clearly now, right? The rain is gone. Exactly. Seven of Cups. They can see clearly now what they needed to take here to heal, with Apothecary being there. Alright, what is this great news? The High Priestess. Ooh, secret great news. Okay. What is this? High Priest or High Priestess? The Moon? Oh, we're not allowed to see. Queen of Wands. I don't know. What is this person trying to cast spells on this person? That's what it looks like. Is a High Priestess in reverse? Or a High Priest in reverse? What's going on? Somebody got some news about somebody. What is this? The Three of Pentacles. Yeah. There's a collaboration with a Knight of Wands. Distorted masculine here. Three of Pentacles. And somebody could have hired a priestess to do some sort of work. That's definitely a witch. High Priestess with the Queen of Wands and the Moon. That's black magic. With a distorted masculine here. So, like I said, somebody was listening to their inner intuition about somebody here. They know that somebody here, this karmic was collaborating with, oh, okay. This karmic was collaborating with a distorted masculine, which is the masculine she is now pregnant by, against this emperor. So, they think it's great news. Tell me more. Because they think something's going to work. Yeah, they feel like they're going to have victory here. But we got the Page of Pentacles. Somebody gonna learn today that I don't think that's true. They're not gonna have victory here. Yeah, Ten of Swords. They try to betray somebody here with black magic. You trying to use every trick in the book? See all these books, right? Wow. What's going on here? The Visionary. The Hierophant. Four of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. This is, of course, this is giving heart chakra. Somebody couldn't see something because their heart chakra wasn't open, but it is now. The Wheel of Fortune. The Two of Cups. I feel like you helped this person open their heart chakra. Look, they're both holding onto the heart, pouring into one another. I don't know if you could see that. Oh, they're both holding like a vial. It's like their cups, their hearts. It's like you're connected to this person's heart, and somehow it's illuminating them. So you helped this person see what was happening around them. Seven of Wands. Protection. Nine of Wands. Warrior spirit. Four of Swords. Yeah, while this person was healing their wounds, there was you have some sort of protective energy. It helped illuminate this person. It's like before they couldn't see what was happening because their heart chakra was closed, meaning they still had trauma that they were mentally processing and trying to heal from. So everything else that kept coming into this person's life was really like a distraction. And somebody was trying to manipulate this person, the karmic, with somebody that she was collaborating with dark magic to keep this person confused under an illusion. So somebody was trying to mess with someone's free will, and that's a big no-no. That's why they're not going to have victory like they think they are. So they're doing this again, is what it seems like. They could be using some sort of herbals or some sort of ancient magic. Whoever's doing that, they're going to learn today, because they're at the Page of Pentacles. They don't know what they're dealing with here. They think they do, but with the High Priestess of Queen of Wands, and the Moon, this is black magic, definitely. Now I kind of want to see what kind of magic is this. But I gotta go digging for gold for that deck now. Okay. What is this? Pregnancy and visitation. Queen of Wands with the Three of Wands. So they must have came to visit this person. Only in the darkness can we see the stars. So definitely this Queen of Wands is in the shadows, and was what she had him in his shadow, thinking she was pregnant from him. It's not the truth. King of Swords. Eight of Pentacles. Death card. If they collaborated with this person in some sort of business or something like that, that's the end of that. Okay. So he spoke his truth. And I feel like that's what happened over here. So there was some sort of collaboration. They worked together to build, okay, this is somebody that was trying to build an empire with a karmic. That was the whole illusion, the Seven of Cups that we saw next to the Emperor earlier. And it with the Three of Pentacles, it was the wrong collaboration, because this is a giver. So they get involved in a connection, obviously as an emperor, in hopes to be with an empress. But this was a whole dark witch energy here, meaning this person only intention was to betray, which she did. So in order to keep this person, they did black magic and collaborated with this distorted masculine. And also, in order to keep this masculine, she wanted to get pregnant and portray like it was this divine masculine's child, when it wasn't. It was a collaboration she had with someone else here that she does dirty work with, that understands fully about this black magic, because they both do it, or they hire somebody else to do it for them. So they needed all the strength to get out of this situation of collaborating with these people. So this karmic could have even brought this distorted masculine into whatever type of business they got in together with. Okay? Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. Investing. Yeah, exactly. With awakening. So when this was over, they invested time in themselves to awaken. And there you go. Eight of Swords. Yeah. Breaking past self-limiting beliefs and, you know, outdated ways of thinking. Ten of Pentacles again. To rebuild. Okay? This person went through fear of not having, of losing whatever they made here, whatever they had before they met this karmic. And whatever they tried to, they could have invested their money into this business because they thought that they were going to have success here. But again, this person couldn't see this person for who they were because they couldn't see themselves for who they were, because they were full of traumas. Three of Cups. The founder. Exactly. These could have been people that were out partying all the time. There was a lot of celebration. Yeah. Six of Cups. That's the traumas that this person was still, bound to. And then we have the Explorer. The Knight of Cups. And the Two of Pentacles. Yeah. And there's the, exactly. So they didn't weigh the pros and cons of that situation, but that was a hard lesson. Six of Swords. Okay. It was a very hard lesson. Tell me more about this Queen of Wands. Slow and steady. What else? Dreaming of you. Okay, so this person is thinking about you now, is what I'm seeing here. But this could be this Queen of Wands still dreaming of this person. We have Law Official. What's going on over here? New Love. Sagittarius. Sir. Ah, I see how immature I've been. Desiring you. They get a law official pregnant? The hell? Or is this karmic trying to, like... It says new love with I see how immature I've been. And desiring you. What is this? Unaware of something or someone. Union this lifetime. There's somebody you don't know about, collective? That's what it looks like. Okay, so whoever this was, I don't know. Maybe they tried going slow and steady with someone that lived at a distance from them. And yeah, it didn't work out. Whoever that was. It was a law official? So you're unaware of whoever this law official is, or whoever this, I don't know, somebody's here is pregnant. Huh. Gemini. Warlock. Yep. Queen of Wands is a warlock witch. And the other collaboration could have been a Gemini. We did see a King of Swords. Or this person is a Gemini, this Emperor. Can't make it up. You deserve better. Yeah. So this person was, I don't know, they were dealing with somebody here, some sort of karmic. They're ready for new love is what I see. And they're seeing like how immature they were in the past, whenever they were, you know, going out with whoever, whatever karmics they went out with. They understand now because they went through an awakening. Okay, so I feel like this person is ready for something new. So this could be past energy that they're thinking about here. Yeah, you have more than one masculine here. It says, I'm very much into you. Message with more than one masculine will fight for your love. Okay, so yeah, new beginnings. So there could be a couple stories going on here. Take that how it resonates. Yeah, you're single. I don't know. There could be somebody playing games that went viral here. It could have been what happened to them, or one of these masculines or feminines that are going to fight for your love here. Very interesting. Okay, so there's a few things happening here. Let's get some of these, get a little more clarity. I feel like you're unaware of a masculine here that went through something with a law official. They dated some sort of cop, and that cop was a witch, a warlock. So these masculines, you see how these masculines, because I was getting that over here. There's more than one masculine here then. And unless the distorted masculine that the karmic was collaborating with was dating a law official. I don't know. But what I'm getting is there's a couple emperors here. Because, or a few masculines here on the table that are going to fight for divine feminine's love. One is definitely ascended. I don't know about the other one. There may be a warlock masculine here. It may tie in together to that karmic that was with that emperor. And maybe this distorted masculine, because that karmic is no longer with this masculine. They're collaborating to do what they did to this masculine to the feminine. Okay, so I also see that, so be careful with that, because their games are going viral. So this plan, like they have, like I said, is going to backfire. Whatever this plan is going to backfire, because you're unaware of something or someone here. There could be another karmic in the mix somewhere. I mean, when you're dealing with warlocks and these dark, you know, witches and warlocks that mess with black magic, you know. Well, magic is neither light or dark, it's in how you use it, right? But they're using it obviously in a dark way. They could all be connected sometimes, you never know. And because you don't know them, they can in their mind they can easily fool you if they do a little black magic on you and then, you know, show up in your life like out of the blue. They think you'd never know because you don't know them, so you don't know what they do. So in their mind, they can easily manipulate this masculine again or you. So I don't think they can manipulate this masculine nor you, but because these people aren't awakened, they obviously still think because of their ego that they can. So we have Leo, Scorpio energy here. We had air energy, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. And we have the Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. We also have the High Priestess, Pisces. And again, it doesn't have to be. We have a Gemini there. Alright, let's see what else is happening here. Alright, the masculine that is awakened. What's going on with that person? People are cheering you guys on. So this is a masculine that's ready to reach out or getting ready to. You know, maybe they're still in the process of healing. I don't know. And this masculine has no children. Okay, so that pregnancy is a damn lie. They have no children. You know, as far as them being the father, they're not. Yeah, many want to date you, not all will appreciate you. Okay? Especially if this distorted masculine here is trying to, you know, seduce you and manipulate you under some sort of spell work and illusion. Someone you don't know. Yeah, you're unaware of someone here. A masculine here. And they're willing to test the waters. So someone you don't know, collective. What else here? They could be a law official for some of you. It's them. I will pursue you. A masculine has entered another karmic relationship. Maybe that's what happened over here. But they're ready for new love. So that could have been like a short-lived, they deserve better. They see how immature they've been, or this karmic is trying to tell them, oh, I see how immature I've been, whatever this is. That child is not theirs. Okay, yeah, true love is approaching. Okay. So maybe people were cheering this masculine and this karmic before. Yeah. Whoever they were in a karmic relationship with was not up to par. Clearly. And not worth their time. Okay, so moving towards the collective, what's going on with this masculine that the collective doesn't know? Remember, somebody is watching you online here. Someone feels rejected by you. And I feel it's that karmic. Obviously, they can't feel rejected by you if you don't know who this is. So I feel like it's that karmic that got rejected because they're not up to par. And that's why they're over here. I see how immature I've been. So the karmic is self-reflecting on something she did. So that could be the pregnancy. Because you remind this person of what is good in life. Okay? Single and open for love. So yeah, whatever that was is no more. Or you are single and open for love. Maybe they misjudged you for that. Maybe they thought you were a player. I don't know. Maybe you've been single for some time and they've been watching you for some time. I don't know. And they thought, you know how some people with their limited mindsets, they'd be like, oh, if she's single though, she might be crazy. Whatever. Yeah, they're feeling foolish, because that's not the case. You remind them of what's good in life. So they could have had a skewed view due to their own limited beliefs and distorted people around them and their opinions, because they had people cheering them on when they were with a karmic. So you know what I'm saying? This was somebody that was maybe focused on what other people thought and said and societal standards and all of that. This person went through an awakening. Not anymore. Alright, anything else? Yeah, surprises and blessings coming in. And definitely they want to know more about you. Okay. Mystery person. Yeah, can't seem to find you in anyone else. So I feel like this person definitely watched you for a while, but then, maybe they felt you were out of reach, or they just weren't seeing you right, or whatever this was. Maybe there's something taboo, or I don't know, you guys are different. You may not be their usual type, but they can't seem to find you in anyone else, and definitely they didn't find you in that karmic, and that feels like it was short-lived. So they want to know more about you. Remember, they had to go through an awakening to understand this here. And you have a spiritual connection to this person. So if you are what's right in this world, then you must have been an inspiration somehow. You also have an astral connection to this person, so you may be having a connection to that spiritual spouse. Okay, in the 5D, in the dream state. Some of you may not see this person's face very well when you dream about them. Some of you can. Maybe you notice something like their smile or their body type, something like that. Okay, obviously they know who you are. They're watching you online somehow. And it could just be of this person, but you don't know them face to face. So take that how it resonates, okay? Yeah, you will marry this one. I'm going to show up for you in every way. Okay? So whoever this one is very serious. Yeah, you're going to be taken by surprise. How much this person shows up for you. I feel like you never had somebody like this in your life, collective. I feel like you were always this person to someone else, but you're finally going to find that in someone else. Towards you. Alright, well, looks to me you do have some people trying to play those old games. If you were in a lower vibration, this whole black magic, distorted masculine energy would have probably worked, but you're not. That's why I went into that whole explanation in the beginning. It's because you, as a true high priestess, are manifesting. You're holding a vision for the kind of person you want. And this person is your soulmate, high-level soulmate. But I feel like you helped them awaken, unbeknownst to you. To social media, to the dream state, however this was. You inspired this person. You somehow allowed this person, not allowed, but you somehow sparked something within this person that allowed them to see things from a higher perspective and go through this whole process. Okay? So if you know of this person but you never met face to face, you could see that this person may be going through a weird phase physically. And that's the metamorphosis, right? The caterpillar turning into the butterfly. So you're going to see this person after this awakening. You're going to notice how much more handsome or beautiful this person looks. But they might have went through like an awkward stage where they looked a little rough. Okay? That happens. So this person's going to start to look different. They're going to start to take care of themselves more. and look even better than before and be even more confident than ever before. Because they're understanding themselves now. They're getting aligned with their spirit, their soul. And their soul is guiding them towards you as well as spirit. So this is beautiful. Alright guys, well, that's what I have for you. Let me know in the comments if anybody resonates. 1:05:05 on the clock. Thank you for watching Sunday Vibes. Happy Memorial Weekend. Have fun out there, but be safe. And I'll talk to you guys next week. Peace.